Are you ready for this? I said, are you ready for this? Don't you just hate when speakers do that? When they make you repeat yourself? Like Father at Mass when he goes, may the peace of the Lord be with you always. And you're like, and with your spirit. And he goes, let's try that again. And you're like, and with your spirit. Like some demon just left your body. Come on, Padre, nobody wants to do that. Anyways, why am I here? Oh, yeah. To talk about the lovely bride and groom, Hannah and Brad. So most of you don't know this, but they actually met when Hannah was in kindergarten. Yeah, right? So Hannah was in her first day of kindergarten, and she is rocking her new uniform and her white K-Swisses. If you didn't have K-Swiss tennis shoes when you were younger, you weren't cool. Anyways, Hannah's in the kindergarten line, and Brad was in the 6th grade? Oh, 3rd grade line. And he looks over at Hannah, and he's like, wow, she's hot. So he goes over to Hannah, and he goes, hey, little mama. I heard you're new to this school. Maybe later I can show you around and maybe we can share a juice box. Hannah is dumbfounded by this. And after school gets out, she runs home and tells me about this, okay? Now, that story was completely false. But this next story is true. So, Hannah is having the time of her life in kindergarten. I'm jealous as shit. And she keeps on telling me, like, it's awesome. I'm like, great. Anyways, we're sleeping one night, and at 3 in the morning, kid you not, we both wake up simultaneously at the same time. It was like, and she goes, do you want to go to school with me? And I'm like, hell yeah, I do. I heard it's amazing. So she goes, I got an extra uniform. Mrs. Escobar has an extra seat for you. I'm like, let's fucking go. So she starts putting on this uniform, and she's hyping me up. And then in walks the parents. Don't know how they heard us, but in walks the parents are like, what are you doing? I say, I'm going to school with Hannah. Hannah's in the corner being all nice. She goes, she put me up to it. Like, she's being all nice. They go, take that off right now. And I'm like, come on, I want to go to school with Hannah. Anyways, that's the story about Hannah. She is super nice. I mean, any sports we would play, she's always a nice one going up to everybody like, good job, you're doing great. And I'm in the corner like, giving them the death stare, like, you better watch it. Anyways, everybody knows that Hannah is a fantastic runner. She's ran a marathon and like 4 or 5 half marathons. Like, that's incredible. She's a rock star. She's awesome. So we were in school in like 7th or 8th grade, and we have this race, and I'm like to run like I'm able to breathe. So I'm in the back, doing my thing, and all of a sudden I see Hannah, kind of in the distance. And I'm like, oh shit, what do I do if I catch up to her? Do I pass her? Do I not? Anyways, I get up to her, and she just looks at me and she's like, you're awesome. Just pass me, you got it. I'm like, what the hell, Hannah? What do I do with that? Anyways, I did pass her, and I did finish before, and I ran right to my dad and I said, I beat Hannah! That's the only time that ever happened. It's one time. Anyways, Hannah's niceness did not stop there. In high school, Hannah had to endure everything first. So she would save the old tests, all of her note cards. She had this like big pencil bag full of note cards for Shane and I. So whenever like the class came up, I would like go to her and she was like, she'd run the black market. She goes, what do you need? I got Spanish 1, Spanish 2. Oh, you need world history? Here you go. I'm like, it was very scary, but it was really nice. Anyways, she continues to go on and do amazing things. You know, had like 10 different types of jobs. All I can do is work with kids. She's out there being a UPS, like assistant, like she's running shit. She's doing awesome. I'm just like, I'll stick with the kiddos. Anyways, one summer, she got this job opportunity in Chicago. And this is an internship. And I text her one day and I'm like, you know, how's it going? Life sucks in Columbus. I'm with the family. Like, please tell me something cool. And she goes, yeah, like it's great. I met this guy and he keeps on visiting me. And at first I really was like, you know, like, don't come here. But I'm like really starting to like, I'm like, it's a summer thing, it's Chicago, whatever. But no, wouldn't you know it, I come home one day to our house and I'm like wondering where everybody is, and I go downstairs to the back porch and there's my mom, dad, Hannah, and you guessed it, the boy from Chicago, AKA Brad, with all their feet in a baby pool drinking a beer. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And sure enough, weekend after weekend, you know, family event after family event, Brad was there. So I want to thank Brad for his persistence, because we would not be here today without it. So I would like to raise a toast to the happy couple. May you have lots of fun years together, and may you make lots of babies. Cheers.